Hello, I'm Sam and welcome to my YouTube channel. I can't believe this has taken me so long to do. It's actually something I've wanted to do for ages. I always have a lot to say. I always overshare, always talking, so this just feels really natural. But yeah, I thought I'd do a little video just to give you an introduction to me, my background, all that kind of jazz. I did put a poll on my Instagram stories last week, so if you don't follow me over on Instagram, give me a follow over there, link in the description box below. But yeah, and this is what everyone wanted. So first of all, I'm Sam. Hi. I'm 5'2", midget, and I'm 34. I have two small boys. They are, Austin has just turned 5 yesterday, and Cole is 2. He's about to turn 3. So very young family over here. We have loads of fun. I'm always one to be honest about motherhood. It is damn hard. It is really, really hard. I love my boys so much, but it's hard, and I'm very honest and open about that. So always like to have a bit of a moan with my mum friends. I think you just need to offload, don't you? But yeah, I work full-time in mortgages, specifically bridging loans or specialist buy-to-let mortgages, but I've done loads of jobs. So I've been a mortgage advisor, I've got my exams for that, I've been a travel agent, I've been a cashier in a Building Society branch, I've been a savings advisor, I've been hotel reception, meetings and events coordinator, loads of stuff. I was a waitress for years through my A-levels, etc. So yeah, you know, jack of all trades. But a few things that I like, I suppose I should share. So I am partial to a Pinot Grigio blush, but I am actually really sober curious at the moment. That is something that I want to talk about a bit more, because all my friends will know me, I'm always the first at the bar, I'm always up for a party, but I don't know, as I'm getting older, I'm just really getting sober curious. So I'm reading a lot about that, following some accounts and stuff. Love walks, especially with my dog, small puppy Luna. She's a Cocker Spaniel. She's mental, so we have to get out with her as much as we can. Love fashion and makeup, more so before I was a mom. Sort of lost myself as a mom, trying to find it again. So yeah, trying to explore that a bit more, especially over on my Instagram, and I'll bring that over to here as well. I am a bit of a workaholic, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm not at work, I invest time into my social media. I've had a network marketing company previously, which I did really well at. So yeah, I'm always doing something. I'm not one to just sit still. I'm always aiming for the next thing. So yeah, what else can I tell you? Mental health. So this is something I'm really passionate about, and I want to share as much awareness as possible. I suffer with anxiety, depression, and more recently I've discovered I suffer with PTSD, which actually comes from 2 different parts of my life. One being a traumatic childhood, and one being my 2 very traumatic births. I am going to do separate videos on that. But yeah, I didn't know I had PTSD from being a child until recently, but I did know quite soon after having Cole especially. In my pregnancies, they were so bad due to rare pregnancy conditions called placenta previa and placenta accreta. Again, they're going to come up in different videos because I'm really passionate about that, and I'm so privileged to have been able to help a few women over on Instagram with these conditions and support them through their journey, and I'd like to do that on a more wide scale basis. And when I was first diagnosed with placenta previa, there was only one YouTube video I could find, and that is where I wanted to share my experiences on YouTube from. That's where it came from. Just haven't got around to doing it, to be honest. So my childhood history, background, whatever you want to call it, I think is quite important, because I bang on about mental health quite a lot, and how things affect me. And if you don't really know what I'm talking about or where my personal experiences come from, you might not understand that. And also, if any of these experiences anyone has been involved with or been around, I'm always here for a chat. Talking for me is therapy, so I like talking about these things. It's taken me a long time, over years of therapy, to get to where I am, and I love helping others if I can do so. So let's go right back to the start. So my parents had a very toxic relationship growing up. I was 5.5 when my mum had my younger sister, and my mum left my dad when she was 18 months old, so I was around 8-ish. They got divorced, took 2 years, but it was a very nasty divorce. My mum was an alcoholic for most of my childhood, and then where do we go from there, really? So yes, that was sort of my younger childhood. My dad passed away suddenly when I was 15. Then my granddad, who I was close to on my mum's side, died when I was 17. And then my nan on my mum's side, who I was also close to, died when I was 20. I actually decided to move out of my mum's house when I was 19 with a friend who screwed me over. Because I didn't get on with my mum. My mum and sister are very similar, and I just didn't fit in. It was just the 3 of us. So I moved out. Like I said, got screwed over by my friend, got screwed over by my boyfriend at that time. I'd been with him 3 years, but he was cheating on me with his mum's friend for a year. Yeah. So that wasn't a great time. But then I found a new group of friends. I moved into a new flat on my own. Absolutely loved it. I had a full-time job. It was amazing. And then I met Dan, my now husband, when we were 20. We were both 20, we're both the same age. Okay, 6 months, I'm 6 months older than him, but to me it's the same age, same school year, right? With me, yeah? And then we got engaged the year after when I was 21, and then we got married at 22. And then, as they say, the rest is history. But we've moved around a lot, Staffordshire, Shropshire, up to Stoke-on-Trent, due to Dan's work commitments and things. This is the longest we've actually ever been in a house, the one that we're in now, and that's 4 years. But yeah, we feel like this is home. I now live in Telford in Shropshire. So yeah, we love that. Since meeting Dan, things have not been easy either. Dan's family are Jehovah's Witnesses. I was agnostic when I met Dan. I'm now atheist. That is a whole other story. If this is something I've actually never said on social media before. I don't know why. It's just religion and politics is something you're not meant to talk about, but it's actually been quite a huge part of mine and Dan's life and our journey. So if you do want to know more about that or want to have a chat to me, that is fine. But yeah, so his family are Jehovah's Witnesses. He's inactive and I am atheist. So interesting. But yeah, and then if we go on a few years, my mom was diagnosed with a terminal esophagus cancer when I was 29. I actually got pregnant with Austin, my eldest, about 2 months after, and we were hoping that she would be able to hold on until he arrived. I had Austin when I was 30, and unfortunately my mom passed away 16 days before the birth of Austin and her first grandchild. So that pregnancy in itself was very, very traumatic. I had placenta previa with that one, so I had bleeds, was on bed rest, etc. I'll speak about that again, because I think it's quite a unique topic, grief while pregnant. And I have met a few people over on Instagram that have been through that or are going through that, but it is quite unique. So I do feel like that needs to be spoken about a bit more. So I will go into that in a bit more depth. And then we moved into this house. We were first time buyers when we bought this house when I was, God, you know you're getting old if you can't work it out. I think I was 30. I'm sure I was 30. And then I got pregnant the same year with Cole. And then I gave birth to Cole when I was 31. And he was born in April 2020. So he is a lockdown baby. I spent a lot of that pregnancy in hospital. Very traumatic birth, extremely. I'm lucky to be here, so lucky to be here with the conditions that I have. Only what it's normally the morbidity, is it morbidity, mortality, whatever. 1 in 5 people die, basically. So yeah, it's pretty serious, but I managed to get through that. And here we are. So yeah, I don't think there's much more to say. Sorry that I ramble. I do ramble on. I'm not going to lie, I'm sorry, I do ramble on, and I'm probably not going to edit much out of this because I want it to come across really natural. I have got a few bullet point notes down here so I didn't miss anything out, but much rather, I just want to chat to people, I want to get to know people, I want to help people, and so I want to sit in front of the camera and I want to chat to you, and I don't want it to be scripted or in any way, shape or form. So yeah, I am a rambler, I am a talker, and some of my best friends have to tell me to shut up when's needed. But yeah, if you want to have a chat to me about anything I've mentioned or any questions, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see on here, because like I said, this is new to me. I've watched YouTube for years and thought I want to do that, and I've never done it. So tell me what you want to see. I'm thinking the heavy stuff, yes, I do want to spread awareness of things, but things like a day in the life, what I eat in a day, dinners of the week, yeah, stuff like that, skincare routines, you know, all that jazz. But yeah, so click subscribe, all that jazz over here, and give me a follow on Instagram. But I'll see you soon.